Hey everyone. So today I'm going to be ranking all of Ash's traveling companions. He has had a lot of traveling companions over the years, not as much as Doctor Who though. Foreshadowing, by the way. But we're just going to get right into it because there's actually a lot to say. Yeah, let's just get into it. Do I really even need to say anything? I think everyone can collectively agree that Tracy is the worst of all of Ash's companions. Like, considering the reason he's even in the anime to begin with, the only reason he exists was to replace Brock, and that was not okay. Brock is one of the best characters in the whole show, and you replaced him like he was nothing. Like, oh my god, what is wrong with you? Like, and he's really arrogant to Ash as well. And his only personality is that he draws like everything he sees, and it's like, oh my god, just get some other hobbies. I draw as well, but I do other things as well. Like, oh my god, you're so unlikable. The only thing I like about him is that he has a Meryl. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I love Meryl a lot. But anyway, next we have Chloe in the C tier. I don't hate Chloe, but she's the weakest of all the traveling companions. Like, because at least I remember how much I hate Tracy, but like, I think Chloe is going to be one of the most forgettable ones. Like, as the years go by, especially since Ash's story is over now. But she does have like a nice arc, you know. I wouldn't say she doesn't like Pokemon, but she kind of begins the series not really caring much about them. But until she meets her Eevee, and then her and her Eevee start traveling, and then like seeing other Pokemon as well. It's nice. I like it. Just kind of a weak storyline for her, in my opinion. I actually think her Eevee has a stronger storyline than her. So what does that tell you? Um, I think this one's like a popular opinion with how low he is. But next we have Max. So yeah, Max isn't like Ash's worst traveling companion, obviously, but and I actually do kind of like him, but like I also get that he's kind of annoying sometimes, like especially with how arrogant he is to Ash. But to be fair, I think at this point in the story, Ash is really arrogant because he's traveled for two regions already, so he thinks he's like better than everyone. But see, he didn't really mellow down until Sinnoh, so yeah, I do kind of think Ash kind of deserved that, to be fair. And yeah, the only person he's really respectful to is May, if I remember correctly. I haven't really watched the whole anime in a while, to be fair. So yeah, I do like his little relationship he has with all the Pokemon though, and I did feel bad for him in the Hoenn finale. I remember that. So yeah, he is cool, kinda, but kind of a weak one. Next we have Sophocles. Okay, this is gonna be a theme in the tier list, but I'm not a big fan of Ash's Alola companions, which is so weird because Alola is literally my second favorite series of Ash's journey. So yeah, but Sophocles is the weakest one in Alola for me. I like that his shirt has a Game Boy on it, but I just think he's kind of annoying. I think most of the Alola group is annoying, with one exception that we'll get to. But yeah, there is an episode when like he thinks he's moving and everyone's all sad, but then it turns out he was literally getting the house next door, which I find so funny. That is hilarious. But yeah, and I do like his little Pikachu scarf as well. That's cool. I don't like the way he talks to Rotom though. He said he was going to take Rotom apart, and that made me sad because I like Rotom. It made Rotom uncomfortable. So yeah. Anyway, next we have Lana. So Lana's just kind of the most boring one in my opinion. Like aside from the Kyogre episode, I don't remember anything that she did. Like, I really don't. And it really bothers me, right, that they gave her the Eevee and not Ash. Give Ash the damn Eevee. She gave the Eevee the dumbest haircut I've ever seen. She named it the dumbest name I've ever seen for an Eevee. And she didn't even evolve it into a Vaporeon. Like, no, that was unacceptable. Like, Ash should have had that. Or even Lily. Even Lily would have been better with that Eevee. But anyway, I just don't like Lana that much. And she has two sisters who are kind of annoying. And I do like her friendship with Misty, though. I like that they, like, stayed in touch. And I love that Ash was shocked at that. Because let's be real, Ash never talks to anyone that he meets and just stitches. So yeah, that was quite funny. Anyway, next in B tier, we have Lily. I'm putting Lily in B tier because I think like her character is better than these two. But oh my god, her voice makes me want to rip my ears off. It is so annoying. Her voice is the most annoying voice that's ever been in the anime. Like, what does that tell you? um, so yeah, I love her character arc. How she's literally terrified of Pokemon and then learns to love them, and then she even starts wearing her hair up when she gets more confident. But oh my god, her voice just ruins it all for me. It's like it makes me really want to rip my ears off. Like it really does. It was that bad. Definitely, her voice is the worst part of Alola. That is not even close. Next, we have Bonnie. Probably an unpopular opinion, but I actually like Bonnie more than Max. I think Bonnie's cute. Not in that way, you sicko. But yeah, I also love the fact that she got Clement to catch the today for her. Although they do they're a bit inconsistent with that, because sometimes they say the reason why Clement caught Dedenne was to give to Bonnie when she becomes a trainer, because she's too young to be a trainer. But then, like, sometimes Bonnie says that Dedenne is Clement's Pokemon and she's just looking after it. So it's, like, a bit inconsistent there, I'm not gonna lie. But Dedenne's cute, and so is Bonnie. I love her relationship with Zygarde as well. I mean, sure, she gave it that really dumb name, but yeah, I do really like her relationship she has with Zygarde. I hope she and Zygarde get reunited one day, though. Anyway, next we have Kiawe. So, I think Kiawe's better than the other three, but he has a bit of anger management problems that, need to be addressed, because sometimes he just overreacts at the tiniest little things, and it gets a bit much, to be honest. Like, one time Ash lost his Z Crystal, and Kiawe was literally going to set him on fire. I'm not even kidding. Rotom had to stop him. He was literally going to set Ash on fire. That's a bit much, I'm not gonna lie. So, I don't know what that was about. But anyway, next we have Clement. So, funny story, actually. If I had done this a few years ago, Clement would have probably been in, like, the bottom of C tier, or even in the top of D tier. But the last time I watched X and Y, I actually like Clement now. So, there you go. Character development. I love the fact that Clement's technically the only companion who's actually accomplished his goals. Because he wants to be a big inventor, but some of his inventions are actually being used by people. Because he invented this thing called the electric shower for electric type Pokemon to get energy, and it's being used in Kalos. Or the fact he invented the whole Lumiose Tower, which is his, gym, because he's the gym leader there. So yeah, Clement actually is the only companion who's actually accomplished his goals. Although, sometimes his inventions just blow up in his face, which is a really funny gag. I like that. And I also like his little Clembot as well. It's literally just him, but a robot, and it's funny. It took over his gym, so there you go. There are some times where he gets anxiety as well, which I relate to. Like when he tried to make a YouTube video, but he was too anxious to talk, so Bonnie had to dub over him, which was quite a funny, like, inside joke, since that's how Pokemon is made, with dubbing. So yeah, that was quite funny. Anyway, next we have Iris. I love Iris a lot. A lot of people hate Iris. I kind of get why, because she calls Ash a little kid all the time, even though she's also a beginning trainer, even though technically she's been training longer than Ash, just saying. But yeah, I like her a lot. I love the fact that I know she's the champion in Black and White too, but the writers kind of forgot that, and they just like made her the champion in Journeys, like, because obviously we haven't seen Iris in a while at that point. So she like did the Pokemon League in that time and became a champion, but like she never once ever like said that she wanted to do the Pokemon League when Ash was traveling with her. She said she wanted to be a Dragon type master, which I guess she kind of achieved becoming champion. So yeah. I also did like her Axew, but I'm kind of glad it evolved in Journeys, because it's less annoying now. It's a shame, because it used to live in her hair instead of a Pokeball, but now it has to live in its Pokeball because it's too big to live in her hair, obviously. Because Iris has a lot of hair, by the way. She has one of my favorite hairstyles in all of Pokemon, actually. I like it. But yeah, I like Silent a little bit more than Iris. That's probably a really unpopular opinion, but, I like Silent. He also wears a bow tie, and, bow ties are cool. And I love the fact that he always evaluates every battle that he takes part in, so that's really funny as well. Although I do kind of wish he had a bigger Pokemon team, because he only had 3, and he had some of the dumbest Pokemon. Like, he had a Stunfisk, come on. I also really love the fact that they just shoved him into Journeys at the end, because they forgot that he was the only companion that Ash hadn't met back up with one exception that we'll get to later. Anyway, Mallow, I'm putting an A tier. She is my favorite character in Alola. I love her so much. She has the saddest backstory of them all, because her mom is dead, and she has to, because she works at her dad's restaurant, and because her mom is dead, she has a lot on her plate, and there's an episode where she actually has a mental breakdown and runs away because she just can't handle all of it anymore, and that was really sad. And then we actually see her backstory, where, like, she was mad at her mom for, like, being in the hospital, and then ran away before, and that was the last time she ever saw her mom. It's just Pokemon, like, seriously, why is it so sad? And then she meets her mom again as a ghost, and, like, says sorry for ditching her like that, and, like, then she just bursts out crying, and that was so heartbreaking. Oh my god. Do you see why Alola's my favorite now? Well, my second favorite. And then she gets Shaman, but then, like, at the end, Shaman, like, leaves to be the other Shaman, and then, like, everyone else goes to go on their own adventure, and Mallow's kind of just left there again. Like, Mallow got done dirty. She really did. I'm not even kidding. Like, you did my favorite Alola character dirty, and I don't like it. The fact that she, and she's still working at the restaurant as well, so that's even worse. But anyway, next we have Serena. Aside from someone else I'll talk about later, Serena's kind of the most iconic Poke Girl because she was kind of the first one to actually have a full-on crush on Ash, which, to be fair, is kind of weird because they're 10, but I'm not getting into that here. And that's the only reason she's traveling with Ash, because she fancies him. But she does learn that she wants to do Pokemon contests, which is cool, because I like Pokemon contests. And, she's also the first character to, change their appearance, because Kalos is the first game where you can do that, character customization. And this little blue ribbon, guess what? Who gave that to her? Ash, yeah. And she kissed Ash in the end, so yeah. There's not much to say about her, because, that's the only reason she's memorable, but yeah. Above her, though, is May. May is cool. It's a shame, though, because May is the only traveling companion who didn't come back for Journeys because her voice actress is terminally ill, so she can't voice act right now. So she only makes cameos, unvoiced cameos, and it makes me quite sad because, it would have been really nice to see her again, especially since Ash promised Max, because May and Max are siblings. Because he promised Max that, he'd battle him in the future. But since May can't be in the anime anymore, that also means Max can't be in the anime anymore. So, yeah. Even though she wasn't voiced, we did see that May and Serena met each other, which is cool, because they both do contests. So that was really nice to see. Hopefully one day May makes another appearance, to make up for that. So, yeah. It is a shame that Ash never got to see her again, but, maybe one day. Who knows? Next we have Go in S tier. I do not care how highly I have him ranked. Go is so cool, and he's voiced by one of my favorite voice actors of all time. So yeah, he was actually the first character I ever heard him voice as well. So yeah, I love the fact that Go is actually catches every Pokemon he sees, because all these people right here have made friends with so many Pokemon. They've helped so many Pokemon, and they only caught a handful. Like the time when May almost caught a Swablu, but then didn't. Or the time when Chloe almost caught a Ponytail but didn't. Go actually does catch every Pokemon he sees. And I'm sorry, that is just so refreshing to actually have that in the anime. You do not understand how happy I am that we finally have a character who actually does catch them all. Oh my god. A lot of people don't like Go for that reason. And I'm like, you're the same people that complained about the thing I just complained about. So, you don't make sense. No one makes sense. And there's also people that say it doesn't make sense that he literally caught a Suicune, but you people seem to be forgetting that Ash has a Melmetal, and Mallow had a Shaman, so what are you talking about there as well? I don't know. And again, he's voiced by Zeno Robinson, and I love Zeno Robinson so much, because he's the voice of Hunter in the Owl House as well, and I love Hunter. He also voices Fuecoco in Pokemon Horizons, which is funny to me as well. So yeah, I really love Go. I love him a lot. Next we have Brock. As I said, Brock is one of the best characters. He can get a bit creepy with women sometimes. I won't say, that hasn't aged well, I'll give him that. But take that part of his personality away, Brock is the GOAT, honestly. He's the one that makes all the food for Ash and Misty. And, he's always there to help them and heal their Pokemon. He always gives Ash advice because, he's a gym leader, so he's more experienced than Ash. And he never opens his eyes. That's a running gag. That's the reason why he was cut out the show, because they didn't want people to think that his design was racist, even though his design's based on the Japanese people, and it's made by Japanese people. I don't know, but yeah, I do Brock did come back in Journeys, like I said, but I feel it was a shame when he left, because he was Ash's longest traveling companion. He traveled with Ash for 4 regions, so yeah. He doesn't travel with Ash in a long time, except for, the last few episodes, but, yeah. I do like Brock a lot. He's definitely the GOAT. But anyway, next we have Dawn. Dawn is my favorite Pokegirl. Always, she's not, I don't know how to explain this, but she's not my favorite companion, but she's my favorite Pokegirl. If that makes sense. Because she's the only one that knew exactly what she wanted to be when she started her journey, because she wanted to be a coordinator like her mom. And at first she thought she was, she should be exactly like her mom. But then she learns as she goes on her journey that, she needs to, learn how to be herself instead of being exactly like her mom. And that's when she starts getting more confident and starts winning more ribbons. And that's really good as well. And Dawn's Piplup is the best Pokemon in the whole series. Well, in Ash's series. But, yeah, I love Dawn a lot. And she also caught a full team of 6 Pokemon, which is nice. But was there ever any doubt? Yeah, Misty is my favorite traveling companion. Sure, Misty can be a bit of a bitch sometimes. Let's be real. But I really like Misty a lot. She's so iconic, like the most iconic of all of Ash's traveling companions. She was Ash's first traveling companion. And the funny thing is, the only reason she's traveling with him is because he owes her a bike. And she even forgot about the bike, because when she got it back, she was like, oh, my bike. Oh. So yeah, she traveled with Ash for Kanto and Johto, and she came back in Hoenn, and then she came back in Alola, and then she came back one last time in Journeys. So yeah. And obviously her Togepi, I wish she never released Togepi. Her most iconic Pokemon is probably Psyduck, though. Come on. And she also, like, because she starts off as a bitch, like I said, and is quite rude to Ash sometimes, but when she gets Togepi, Togepi actually makes her grow up a little, because she has to be, like, a good mother figure to Togepi, which I really love. I think Misty's older than Ash as well, so yeah. And it's also debated if Ash and Misty like each other. I don't think they do, but still. But yeah, and also, I need to say this, Rachel Lillies, who voiced Misty, like, she passed away, like, last year, and I just need to, like, say, like, you know, if it wasn't for, like, thank you for making the most iconic Pokemon character, like, one of the most iconic Pokemon characters to life, you know? So, yeah. But that's my ranking of all of Ash's companions. Let me know who your favorite one is in the comments down below. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!